And we are back with another episode on Across the Board. It is Thursday night, 9:35 p.m. Central Time. And I am pumped to talk about some college baseball. I don't know about you, but I've been waiting for this day.
No, you have. No, you have. And it's exciting to
I,
talk
I
about. College baseball is pretty exciting.
It is. I mean, we've got a bunch to go over today, and then your schedule. A lot of great games this week, and always will be. Um, but with that being said, I mean, let's just jump right into it. Um, We'll start with LSU at the Jacks Classic. LSU dominated this series. I mean, they killed everybody in their path. Now Indiana gave them a run on Friday, but then those bats came alive and they took over. Um, for me personally, I mean, I look at LSU's bullpen. Obviously, you got Casey Evans and Cooper Miller. And then William Schmidt, I want to give him a shout out against UCF. He went 5 innings, giving up 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 7 Ks. He had a great performance. Um, an exciting thing for LSU fans, Gavin Guidry being back in the bullpen to be a closer. Um, to me, I think that's huge. He's able to put away guys at the plate, and he's going to be a great and a huge piece for LSU um, this year. Trent Caraway's been outstanding at the plate. Seth Dardar, Zach York. I mean, they're Bayou Bambino, they call him. I mean, this is just elite LSU squad. Um, and it's funny, you kind of, Derek Curiel and even Monster Milam, they've kind of, I say, been down talked. They're kind of almost getting put under the rug, but, Milam is still hitting above 300 batting average. I mean,
Hmm.
he's hitting well, and along with Derek Curiel, they haven't had maybe an outstanding start to some people's standards, but I don't know what you're looking for. I mean, I guess they were expecting a 500 hitter at the plate to start the season, but to me, there's a lot of positive for this LSU squad and even the bullpen. Obviously, it's a tough task replacing Anthony Ianson and Cade Anderson. I was trying to blank. That's going to be a tough task and a tough ask of your bullpen to try and replicate that, which is going to be very tough. But I think there's a lot of positives from this week. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I think the same thing as you. I mean, obviously, tough losing some big name guys, but you still have obviously, a ton of amazing players. Always will. But, uh, I mean, man, they've looked great, and they didn't look anything else than that this weekend.
For sure. I mean, again, I'm excited. I know a lot of LSU fans are, but very excited to see where that's taking them. Um, I want to go to the Round Rock Classic now. A great showing. You obviously had Southern Miss, you had Baylor, Oregon State, and Purdue. I want to start with Southern Miss, the best mid major in the country. They're 3-0 on the season. Graydon Harris pitched well. He went for 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 8 strikeouts. I mean, yeah, I mean the bullpen here. You obviously got Colby Allen. He made an appearance. He had 5 innings pitched. He had 5 hits, 1 run. He had 5 Ks. Uh, Thomas Crabtree. He went 2 innings with 1 hit, 2 walks, 5 Ks. And then Camden Sunstrom, 4 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, 8 Ks. Um, the bullpen has been solid. Obviously a guy and I could throw Josh Ock in there. He's going to be a big piece for Southern Miss in the bullpen. Um, at the plate, I mean, these bats are hot. Joey Urban, yeah, Gillespie, Matthew Russo. I mean, these guys. I mean, you're talking about an outstanding appearance at the plate. Southern Miss all around. I mean, they are the best mid major in the country. They've shown it. They've got the bullpen. They've got the bats for it. And I was very impressed with this team this weekend.
Oh yeah, I think they're proving why they're the best mid major and why honestly they could be insanely good this year. Um, we knew that they could, but man, so far they have looked the part, and I think they'll be obviously they're huge favorites to win the Sun Belt, but they could be uh they could be favorites to win the whole thing this year if they keep just only getting better than what they are right now and how good they already
Mm,
are.
for sure. I mean, there's just a lot to look forward to. I mean, you're getting the all around masterclass of this lineup. I mean, they're outstanding. They will dom. I think they'll be great in the Sun Belt. Of course, UL, the Raging
That
Cajuns,
is,
they'll be a solid team to look for
yeah,
in the Sun Belt. But I look at this lineup. I look at this bullpen. They look good. That's just all I need to say. They
yeah.
look good. I want to stay there. I want to talk about Purdue. Um, and kind of what this weekend they were great as well. I mean, Weston. Oh my word! Give me 1 second. I just drew a blank. But Purdue, kind of what they were able to do this weekend as well. They looked great. Um, I think they're an exciting team to watch out for in the Big Ten.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, watching them play this week, and I mean, there again, there was a lot to look forward to. I mean, there was a lot of for me. I thought there was a lot of positives to take away um, from this weekend. I mean, they did it good in the bullpen. I thought they hit the ball solid. Um, I mean, I thought, and my initial thought, I think this Purdue team could be solid in the Big Ten. Um, I do want to pull this kid's name up because I can't believe I actually forgot it. Lord, 1 second, I'm almost there.
Who are you trying to think of? Like
Purdue as a center fielder, it was Weston.
Weston
Trying to
Boyle?
get, thank you. Good Lord, I was trying to think of the last name, but
Yeah.
golly, man,
Uh,
Weston Boyle. This kid all around, what an athlete. He hits the ball. I mean, he's a hitter at the plate. I believe he's above 500.
I think
Uh,
he's just below. I think he's like 448 now.
yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, Weston Boyle it's just been great in this Purdue lineup. Uh, athlete. I mean, he can do a lot. Um,
Yeah, he has
I
13
was,
hits already on the season. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, he's an
leads the team.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's an impressive player. That was a guy I wanted to mention for Purdue. I'm still disappointed. I forgot his last name. I obviously had the thought in my head, but Uh, I just wanted to mention him. I mean, he was outstanding this week.
Hmm.
I do want to go to Oregon State. You want the good or the bad first?
Uh, I mean, you could go either way. I
You know
would
what?
say, you know what?
Let,
Let's go with the good first.
okay. The bullpen. I have no
Sure,
concerns here. Dax Whitney,
sure.
he went 7 innings, gave up 2 hits, 17 Ks. I mean, what? I mean, this kid is just unbelievable on the mound. I mean, what he was able to do. I mean, I can't explain it. Obviously, last year being his freshman year, what he was able to do. I mean, he was starting all throughout the year. I mean, on an
Hmm.
Omaha team, I mean, you could put him up in the schemes and all in that category of pitching. I mean, he is
Yeah.
outstanding. Uh, I did mention Albert Robles. He came and closed out one of the games. He had an inning pitch, 2 strikeouts. But Ethan Kleinschmidt, I want to put him on here too. He went 5.1 innings pitch. He gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, but he had 10 Ks. Um, for me, this Oregon State bullpen, I have no concerns there. Okay,
Hmm.
this Oregon State bullpen is Omaha worthy. But let's get to the bad. They were 1-2 on the weekend, and this team can't hit if their life depended on it. They do not have any
Yeah.
bats, and that's a major concern. Their season right now is sitting on this bullpen. How far can Dax Whitney, Ethan Kleinschmidt, how far can this bullpen take this team? That's a huge concern. I mean, if you get, I believe their team batting average is at, I want to say at one point is at like 236 within that range. Um,
I think so.
it was really low. And, you look in the rankings, I believe, when they were in preseason, I think preseason ranking
Team
was
batting average
13.
is 235.
Yeah, I mean,
So
and you look and for me, I obviously preseason ranking they were 11th, correct? They were,
mhm,
you know, I look at it like this. I mean, if their bats were maybe up to 275, 300, they're a top
yeah,
five team, I think. I mean, there's no questions to me about that.
yeah.
But my concern is at the plate. I think for me, I look at Oregon State and go, if they can't get the bats going, I think your season's going to sit on Dax Whitney, Ethan Kleinschmidt in this bullpen. And to me, that is a major concern if I'm an Oregon State fan.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Jake Galloway's been great for them. Um, Obviously his bat's been good. Nothing surprising there, but like you said, man, they just need to hit. They have two players over 300, and that's Bryce Hubbard and Jacob Galloway. And I mean, it's yeah, it's gonna be tough for them to obviously, like you said, win any. I mean, you can't win games if you can't score runs. Yes, you can hold teams to low scores, but if you can't put up more than 3 runs on a team, then more than likely you're gonna have a hard time kind of beating anybody. And I mean, like you said, their pitching's been great. I think their overall team ERA is like a 3.9, something like that. And I mean, like you said, they've had great pitching, amazing pitching. But man, these bats are
Dead.
cold. I mean, cold. I mean, you might as well just hand them a. I don't know if they could hit it if you handed them a stop sign right now. I mean, it's
It's
bad, but
concerning. I mean,
I mean, at the same time, I guess you could say you can look and go, these bats will get hot eventually. More than likely, they will get hot eventually. And if their bullpen stays as good as it is and their pitching just overall stays as good as it is, then there's a good chance that they will have a overall good season. But it's just, when do these bats show up? And you can't keep hanging on for dear life with your pitching and just hoping that your bats show up. I mean, they've got to come alive pretty soon.
yeah, and again, I mean, reiterating simple as I can put it, to me, their season's going to sit on this bullpen unless the bats get hot, and so
Yeah.
we'll see from there. I want us to go one more series, and then we'll go into individual teams. Amity Bank Classic. I'm going to start with Louisville and say the exact same thing I
Just
said.
about to say, yeah.
I mean, after last week, this bullpen is it's not the best.
Mm-mm.
Okay, this bullpen is not great. I'm concerned. I mean, it's bad. It,
It
it's ter-
is. It's
it's
really bad.
terrible. I mean, this bullpen is not good for Louisville. I mean, it's a concern. I mean, what I don't even know where to start.
I mean, their offense looked great.
I mean, okay, but
Offense looks great. I mean,
their
that's
offense
a
is
good
good,
thing.
but they went 1-2. I mean,
Yeah.
right now it's not looking pretty for them. You were at number 8 preseason rank in the country. You get
Mm-hmm.
beat by Michigan State, which I mean, it was like, okay, Michigan State, maybe not as bad as we think. And then you go to this MEA Bank Classic and it's terrible. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say terrible, maybe a little extreme. I don't want to, it's bad. It's a concern. I'm concerned for this bullpen. They gave up 31 hits and 10 walks this weekend, combined in their 3 games. Um, they're gonna have to be better. That's as simple as I gotta put it. This bullpen is gonna have to be better if they want to be
Oh
an
yeah.
Omaha team.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they've given up 15 home runs, and already they've given up, I think, like 80 hits. I mean, team ERA is like a 6.85, something like that. Like it's bad. I mean, we were just talking about a team in Oregon State who has great pitching, bad hitting, and
Let's just
Louisville,
flip it.
like, is the complete opposite. I mean, their offense is great. As a team, they're batting over 300. They've had some amazing hits. Amazing batters. But my word, their pitching is like, man, it's 0 to none. Like, it's bad, and they've got to turn it around. I I don't know. I mean, I think of it this way. I know when I was watching Florida last year, they had their struggles with pitching early on, and it gave them a lot of issues because you lost a lot of games that you just shouldn't have because you might have had one good outing from a guy, then you have to go to the bullpen, you know, throw him for as long as you can, go to the bullpen, and then bullpen guy just couldn't get it done, and you're giving up hits after hits after hits, you know, and yes, like for Louisville this year, last year, Florida had a great offense at some points and they could put up runs with anybody. But the problem is when you just don't have any pitching to just put your back on, lean your back against, there's just it's almost impossible to feel confident because it feels like your offense has got to go out and score 10 runs a game. And it's just not going to happen every time, especially when you're playing good teams like they have been. It's going to be impossible for you to put up that many runs game after game after game and not have to rely on your pitching at some point. And yeah, I mean, man, they've got to get it together. I mean, if their bats stay this hot, I mean, if their pitching just gets a slight bit better, they'll be good. I think Tage Davis already has 4 home runs on the year. I think he's batting like 380 or something. I mean, you got guys. I, it's just, man, your pitching has got to be somewhat better. It's bad. It's really bad. I think their guy has pitched 10 innings in total. I think already. Ethan Eberle, isn't that how you
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it?
Ethan Eberly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eberle. Yeah. He hasn't been bad. Uh,
but that's all you
but
got.
I mean, at the same time, you say he hasn't been bad. He's given up 9 hits in 10 innings, but he has the lowest ERA on the team of guys that have pitched that much. It's just that's disappointing for them.
Yeah, I mean, again, I said it after the Michigan State series. I'm going to say it again. This is going to go the same for Oregon State. Said backwards. If the bats don't get hot for Oregon State and this bullpen doesn't get better for Louisville, even half decent better, you're in trouble. You're not going to be an Omaha team.
Yeah,
We'll stay here in the MEA Bank Classic. I want to go with Auburn 3-0.
yeah, they played
Jake
great.
Marciano, he went six inning pitch, gave up only 2 hits with 8 strikeouts. Jackson Sanders this series, he had 5 innings pitch, he gave up 5 hits with 9 Ks. Um, I mean, this Auburn team had a nice bounce back, especially after being shut out by Cincinnati midweek, which we've
Mhm.
obviously for midweek games, me and you've had this conversation. Um, midweek games may not be as significant to a maybe a resume standpoint or a
Mhm. But
to that kind of
they don't really matter per se for the end of the year when it comes to the tournament. Obviously, committee's looking at series wins and who you can beat in the series. Uh, and most people kind of disregard the midweek games, which again makes, like we said the other night, it makes sense. There's a reason why you don't pitch your best guys um, against the teams that you play midweek. So there's going to be losses. Uh, but it's a good tell of who maybe your young guys are, maybe
yeah.
who's in your bullpen, maybe who can back you
And,
up.
and I mentioned it because I mean they got shut out by Cincinnati 8-0. They got a donut
And
on the
they almost
scoreboard.
lost to West Georgia last night. They won on a walk off 4-3.
That I honestly I couldn't tell at the play. I bet his foot barely got there though.
Oh, it was close. It was
That was
close.
insane. But again, this all routine's back on track. They're hitting well. Um, Terrell Bub, he hit well. I mean, they're to me, this is going to be a good team in Auburn. I expect them to be a good SEC team. Um, I think there's a lot of positives looking up for them, but I wanted to mention them. And then,
Yeah,
y-
they've been great.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
Marciano has been incredible. I think he has the most innings pitched on the team, like 11. He has like under 1 ERA.
yeah, I mean,
He's been
he's their Friday guy. I mean,
yeah.
He's a huge.
There's a reason why he has looked fantastic, and their
Yeah,
bats have been amazing as well. Last night against West Georgia, I guess just I don't know. I don't know what they were
they
throwing at him, but
but that
they
it's
didn't
kind of,
hit great.
well, that's kind of the thing too. It's kind of funny, and the last night game. You go to the Cincinnati game. I mean, the same. They put up a donut. So
I mean,
I
I mean, they've been great. I think they have like two, three guys batting over 500. Like it
yeah.
doesn't, you know, and they have
Well,
like six guys batting over 400.
I think to me, and this is, I look at the bullpens like this. Like you look at the stuff that's getting thrown at them. Like I think I look at teams like West Jordan, like mid
Mhm.
majors. I think they rely heavily on the off speed. I think to me, I see them coming to
Yeah,
stadiums and pitch. It's off speed, and you're not used to the velocity that ball's coming in at, so it can throw you off. Like obviously, when Milwaukee came and played LSU, I mean LSU was struggling to hit the ball
yep,
because they were constantly throwing off speed. I would say even in their tournament, in LSU's tournament, last year they played Little Rock. I mean, the off speed gets you. It's a different look. So
hmm,
it kind of, the thing is for mid major, they can give you an advantage if you got a good pitcher who can throw that good off speed pitch, which you
yeah,
will get into at mid major tonight. I'm very excited to talk about them. Uh, but for Auburn, I think it's a great week, great series for them to kind of get back on track.
hmm,
And then I just want to mention this team. Quick glance over Kansas State, 2-1. I mean, they're going to be a solid squad. I think they'll be
yeah,
interesting to see how they do in the Big 12.
hmm,
Um, but again, this was a great series to watch. Classic. A lot of takeaways we had there. Now it's time to get to our series that we had this week that I want to go over, which that was a bunch of classics and tournament play. Now we have our tournament game, or not tournament, season games here. I want to start with UCLA and TCU. Um, let's just start at the plate first. Rock Chalowski, and obviously he's been the big talk for UCLA. Uh,
yeah.
he's impressive, but I have to shout out Will Gasparino
I was about to
because that
say,
that man was hitting tanks.
yeah,
I mean, that ball was
they
flying
both
off the bat.
lead, yeah, they both lead
They
the
lead. They lead the.
NCAA with six home runs. They lead the nation with six home runs each, and six and eight games. And man, we know how good Chalowski can be. We know how good he was going to be this year, and he has been absolutely insane. And there's no reason, I mean, there's no surprise in that. Um, but Will Gasparino has been incredible too, and you got to give him his shout outs because he's been great. He's been great.
Yeah, I mean, insane watching these two play. But then it gets better on the mound.
Yep.
Logan Reddeman, he went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits. He had 10 Ks. Wheelan Moss, 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 10 Ks. I mean, UCLA is the number one team in the country. I don't think there's any questions asked there in the bullpen and even at the plate. They looked great. On TCU side of things, I kind of I don't know how to feel about TCU. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and here's the thing I give people the reminder of. I feel like, and to me, I'm not panicked because me and you had a conversation the other day, and we'll kind of talk about it with our next series we're gonna go over. It's too early. UCLA is the number one team right now. TCU, I feel like when the dust kind of settles, I feel like when they kind of get further into the season, I think they'll be better.
Yep.
Um, I feel like they didn't score a whole lot. Um, I will, and the bullpen didn't look great. Um, but UCLA is number one team in the country. They did go, and TCU beat two SEC teams, which is tough to do. And I'm kind of on the thought of TCU's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, bullpen to me has been kind of like was kind of this week, and not great to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at the plate, I mean they faced a couple. They obviously had a tough outing against Logan Reddeman and Wheelan Moss. But what are your kind of initial thoughts on TCU?
Well, I think it was exactly what you just said. I mean, it's early in the year. We can't write them off. Like you said, they beat two SEC teams. That's hard to do in its own right. And UCLA is just a beast. They're going to be a tough team to beat all year. So, and I think you'll only look back at this series and go, "There's a reason why TCU had struggles." And I don't think it's going to be, well, TCU sucks. I think it's just going to be UCLA is just that good. And so I think you just look at TCU and you just go, I think they'll find it. Their bats are a little cold right now, um, especially Lucas Franco's. I think he's had like 30 at bats, and he's batting, I think, below 200, like 172 or something. But I mean, it's surprising though to him because he has, I think, 2 home runs and 4 RBIs, and so he leads the team. Well, I think he's second on the team with home runs. But like their bats have been not so great. I think overall, I think their team's batting like under 250. Um, so not great. And then pitching's been pitching's been not so great for them either. Uh, I mean, their only guy with an ERA in the ones right now is Walter Quinn, and he has pitched only 6 innings, 1 appearance. He had a win, and that's it. Other than that, I think their overall team is like 8, above 8 in ERA.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention like Tommy Laporte, their best guy. I mean, say one of
Yeah,
their best guys in the match. I mean, he was out.
yeah,
That
I was gonna say, yeah.
and that's concerning. I mean, again, I don't want to absolutely like. Again, this isn't the time to panic
Yeah.
because you have to let the dust settle. But after a couple weeks, like I feel like Louisville and Oregon State, it's kind of needs to be the same thing. I feel like we were kind of a little jumpy, but I think give this a few more weeks, then you really that's when the panic button starts hitting. If this
Right.
bullpen doesn't get better, and I feel the same. I'll feel the same about Oregon State, Louisville. If the bullpen or the bats don't get better, I will be very concerned for those two teams.
I think so, but at the same time, um, TCU can still compete in the Big 12. They'll be one of the best teams in the Big 12, and no doubt about it. I think they'll be just fine. I think it's just going to be a slow. It's just been a slow start. They've had their ups and downs. They've had obviously their good games. They've had their bad games. And again, I think the UCLA losses, the series loss. I think again will be looked back upon as a obviously going to be a good loss. But I think people will just go, well, I think UCLA is just that good. TCU's not bad.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like that's again that's kind of my train of thought as well for this team. I mean, we'll give it a few weeks, better make our judgments from there. I want to go to one last series that I know we all saw. Um, how about the Golden Flashes of Kent State giving it to Tennessee?
Yes,
They, I mean, they looked great.
they did.
Um, I mean, at the play, I do want to start out with obviously Sawyer Solitera. This kid's an animal. He's a dog, a great player. We haven't, but what's great about him, we haven't. I was listening to a Jeff Duncan interview, Kent State's head coach today. Um, what this program is built on, kind of just around him, what he's able to do. I mean, it's exciting to see what they're able to do at Kent State. I heard him talk about, Sawyer Solitera could be a guy we that could be in the bullpen. Hasn't played this year, but he could be in the rotation. I mean, you're getting a lot out of that kid, and that is great. We look at Kent State. They were preseason projected second to be finished second in the
hmm
map of behind Miami. Um, the bullpen I thought was solid. Nick Gutius, he looked good on the mound. He only gave up a hit. Ben Rubin, he gave up 4 hits, but I mean he looked good on the mound. And Evan Polonsky, he looked good on the mound. Um, I mean, I look at this and I look at Kent State and go, I mean, this team can play. They're going to be a great team. I look at Tennessee side. I thought the bullpen was solid. Um, I will, Landon Mack, he went for 6.2 innings. He gave up 4 hits, so he had 11 Ks. Uh, Brandon Arvidson, he had 2 innings, gave up 2 hits and 5 Ks. Stone Lawless hit well for them. Um, I wanted to put this note in there because I thought this was huge. They had 5 errors and combined in the last 2 games. They had 3 errors
Yeah.
in game two, 2 errors in game three. Um, and I'll tell you what, after this game, there was fear everywhere in Tennessee. Well, here we go. We are A&M 2.0.
Hmm.
I mean, that was what was being said. And I feel like you have to just say, pump the brakes. Okay. Eh,
Yeah.
Um, before I say any more, I want to have your initial thoughts on this series and what you thought about it.
Just sloppy. I mean, from the Tennessee side, just sloppy. Like you said, errors. People are making mistakes left and right. It just, I think it's like you said. It's not. We don't need to freak out if you're a Tennessee fan. I know everybody remember Texas A&M last year, and but yes, it's basically the same exact scenario. You have an assistant coach coming in for the first year, pretty much out of the blue. Um, and yeah, it hasn't been a great start. But at the same time, man, it's early in the year. This Kent State team is a good team. They are not bad. I think people need to recognize that. They, like you said, they were second. They were second favorite to win the MAC. I would say that they're probably the favorites to win the MAC now. I
I think
wouldn't put
100%.
that past them. I think they
No.
totally can. Their bullpen, so their pitching in general is pretty good. Like you said, they've had some great pitching from their guys, um, especially Nick Gutius. He's been amazing, and I think they kind of came in there and did exactly that to Tennessee. They Tennessee couldn't hit off of them. They just played sloppy, and that didn't help their chances of winning these games. And yeah, I don't think you need to freak out if you're a Tennessee fan. I think there's a really good chance that they will get it together. That's not. It's not. It won't be surprising to see Tennessee still at the end of the year one of the best teams in the nation. That wouldn't be surprising to me. I don't think there's any reason to freak out.
No, 100%. And I feel like what people have to realize about Kent State, they went and swept CELU,
Yeah,
and,
no,
and this
people
half went,
people forget they. I don't
they
think people
then
realize their
they,
schedule at the beginning of the year here has been
they,
kind of
s- they
tough.
swept
I mean, it's been
CELU.
tough.
They gave LSU all they could
Yeah,
handle. And then you go and play Tennessee. I mean, this Kent State team is good.
yeah.
Again, listening to Jeff Duncan talk today in an interview, I mean, to me, I'm excited for this team. I mean, there is excitement in the MAC. And a question, it was kind of something I was listening to was brought up. Um, and I heard it. It was, in Kent State, early season, we talk about building resumes.
Hmm.
By the chance that Kent State doesn't win the MAC, of course, say Miami
Right.
wins, can Kent State still get in? And you add with the resume, you beat CELU, and then you go get a series win in Knoxville.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, yes.
I mean, if
Yes,
they
you
keep
do.
up just good play and they don't, obviously place last in the MAC or right in the middle, and if they're still at the top and they just lose to Miami, Ohio, and that's okay, um, then definitely. I mean, so far so good for them. They've looked good. I would like to see their bats kind of heat up a little bit. I know you talked about Sawyer Solitaire. He's been amazing. I think he has 4 home runs already this year. Obviously, leaders at 6. We talked about those two guys, and so you know he's been batting great. I think his average is like 484. If he can keep that up, and the other team and the guys around him can kind of pick it up just a little bit because their bats have been kind of cold. Um, But again, at the same time, they've had these series wins against these good teams, and they gave LSU all they could have. I mean, there's a good chance that you could be looking at a team in Kent State that is either going to win the MAC or be really close to winning the MAC, and they could get an at large.
For sure. And to me, I mean, that was I look at this and I was just excited. I mean, it was a great watch, but Kent State, what they were able to do, and they could have. I mean, I guess the same could be said both ways, but
Mhm.
they could have very well swept the Vols this series.
Yeah.
Um, Again, don't want to jump the gun. That should have, could have, would have. But with that being said, I want to go and jump into scheduling this week and what to watch. It's gonna be a fun week of college baseball. Um, but before I do that, is there any other notes you want to add from this past week?
Um, Not really. I mean, man, there were so many things that happened this week, and we could talk about it probably forever. Talk about every single series, every single game, every single team. Um, I did want to mention, obviously, Texas looked great this week.
Thank you.
They
That
have
was
looked they have looked fantastic to start the year.
and they also I do want to give a shout out. I wanted to give them a shout out because they kind of silenced the noise.
Yeah.
Michigan State after last week, it was like I put them as a game to watch
Yeah.
last week
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, I mean,
There's a chance. Yeah.
and then Michigan State and Texas just went shh, just
They
said hush
definitely
hush.
did.
And then
I mean,
they looked
undefeated so far this year. They have only allowed 13 runs in 8 games, and
they looked good.
their batting has been great. And yeah, Texas has looked like. I mean, there's a ton of we know the SEC is competitive. There's what, 3 undefeated teams in the SEC right now: Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Texas.
I believe that's correct.
I mean, we know they're going to be great. Just whole conference great, but Texas has looked incredible. Um, they're going to be one of the teams to beat. Obviously, we knew they were going to be, and they are living up to the hype of what everybody thought they would be this year. And like you said, they kind of silenced the noise. Their pitching has been incredible, and we know how good their offense is. We know how good it was going to be. We just kind of wondered how great could the pitching be, and so far, it's been, again, they've only allowed 13 runs. They've Their pitching, I think, overall in this as a team is like 1.36 ERA. They've pitched incredibly. They've done well. And yeah, I just wanted to mention them.
For sure. That was one I definitely should have mentioned because that was huge for them.
Yeah.
That being said, let's go ahead and hop into scheduling here. I'll start with the main slate, then I'll go to our mid-major schedule. But for me, Nebraska Auburn, I think that's going to be a great series to watch. Um, Miami at Florida, that'll be
I
a fun one.
I yeah, I was gonna mention them and bring them up, but then I was like, probably nobody wants to
Yeah.
hear about them beating Kennesaw State. But they do have an amazing series this weekend, and I will definitely be watching.
Mhm.
Um, Man, they
And
play
then
Miami, one of the very few undefeated teams left as well. Miami has looked
good.
insane. Their bats have been. You talk about hot bats. They lead the nation in the most home runs as a team. I think they put up like 20, almost like 30 runs the other night on a team. Yeah, it'll be a great series.
Yeah, for sure. And then I put Clemson, South Carolina because, well, it's rivalry baseball.
Yeah,
Why not? And
definitely.
then I want to jump into some series this week. The Las Vegas College Baseball Classic. It'll feature Arizona, Oregon, Vandy, UC Irvine, which
Mm-hmm.
UC Irvine would be part of our mid-major, but
Yeah.
good to have them on there. The Frisco College Baseball Classic will feature Alabama, Iowa, Oregon State, Houston. Um, a chance for Oregon State to get back on track. Alabama
Mm-hmm.
got blown out by Southern Miss, so
Yeah.
we'll see what they can do. Um, and then the Bruce Bolt Classic. This one's going to be exciting. This is a must watch.
Yeah.
You got Texas.
Yep.
Coastal Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
Baylor, Ole Miss, Ohio State, and the
UTSA.
Roadrunners of
Yep.
UTSA.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's gonna be fun. Another mid-major that is exciting to watch.
Oh,
Oh
definitely.
boy. And then the Amity Bank Classic. It gets better.
I
You
was gonna
ready?
say it gets a little bit better.
Arizona State,
They've
Mississippi
been hot.
State,
Yeah.
UCLA, Tennessee, Virginia Tech, Texas A&M. That'll round out your main slate. You've got some baseball to watch. Go do your homework
Yeah.
because you
Yeah. It'll
you've
be a
you've got
great
you've got
another
you've
great
got a
week.
lot to do this week. Okay. Now let's go to the mid-major schedule. This one's fun. We'll start with Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns, and UCSD. That'll be a good one. Raging
Be an
Cajuns
interesting one. Yeah.
compete in the Sun Belt. Miami, Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
and SEMO.
That'll be a
That's
good
going
one.
to be a good one. Uh, Miami, Ohio, projected to finish first in the MAC, of course, and then
Mm-hmm.
SEMO second in the OVC. And then the Keith LeClaire Classic is going to feature Western Carolina, East Carolina, Troy, and the Rutgers. Troy got a big upset win, and then East Carolina's going to be a good mid-major as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have Mercer at Penn. Mercer's going to be a good mid-major. Penn and the Ivy League schools, that bullpen, man, Penn's bullpen looked good against A&M. And
Yeah.
so that for me, that's a reason why they're on here.
Yeah.
Cal Poly at USC, which is going on right now. USC currently leads 4-0 against Cal Poly in the seventh inning. Southern Miss at La Tech. That's gonna be a fun one to
I'll
watch.
say that one. Yeah.
UC Santa Barbara and Utah. Uh, Utah has not been bad. We'll see. UC Santa Barbara, Jackson, Florida. Take and throw, man. Uh, then we have San Diego and Michigan. Michigan's has actually been pretty solid.
Yeah.
They've looked solid, and then San Diego gonna be a good mid major this year. USF and UCF. USF's look good. UCF's gonna be a great team. And then to cap it off, Missouri State versus Little Rock. Missouri State gonna be a good mid major as well. Little Rock, fun to watch. Almost beat LSU last year, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I do want to give a shout out though to FGCU. Um, they play at Boston College this weekend. They go to FGCU, and they just lost their first game of the year, snapped their winning streak of like 12 straight games. So disappointing for FGCU, but they can bounce back with a series win this week, and they've looked great. So just wanted to give it a shout out to them.
For sure, man. But hey, is there anything you want to add before we close this one out?
Um, I don't think so. I mean, like you pretty much laid it all out there. It'll be a great week for baseball. There's a ton of baseball out there, obviously. Um, and so if you're not watching college basketball, go watch college baseball or watch them at the same time. I mean,
Do as you
either.
please.
Yeah, it's great. It's fun to watch. Always is, and it'll be exciting to recap it next week and see what all the insaneness of college baseball happens.
I do want to say something. I can't believe I start the show out with this today. But 5 top 25 college baseball teams lost this week.
That is true. Yeah.
Can't believe it didn't start out with that. Shame on me, actually.
Hey,
But
midweek baseball, man. Midweek baseball.
it'll do something to you. It'll do something to you.
Yep.
But again, a great week college baseball. Obviously, I laid it out for you. Go watch them. Go get some insight. I mean, you will see a lot from these teams. Um, and you will learn a ton. But with that being said, that's gonna close out today's show for us. Tune in Monday, where we will be looking into some early conference tournaments, man. It's that time of year. It's that time of year.
It will. Well, indeed.
But go check those out. Go follow us on our socials: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Threads, because we have it. Um, but go show
Yep.
some love there. Go follow us, subscribe, and go check out all these games. You're in for a fun week of baseball. And with that being said, that's going to do for it, and we hope to see you all Monday.
Yep. See you on Monday.